guys, I'm the Owl.
I'm the Muffin.
And this is The Quiver.
Cue intro.
So you'll notice it's a Wednesday morning. Wednesday morning.
It's Wednesday morning. We're talking about...
Does that mean we're talking about Arrow or The Flash? What are we talking about?
We're talking about The Flash.
Of course, you guys see that. So we're going to jump right in with shocking moments. And we're going to start with probably what a lot of people agree was like the saddest part of the whole episode. Cisco. Guys, as of right now, Cisco is dead. I'm just going to clear that up. I don't care what the promo said, but as of right now, he's not alive. He's gone. Dead. Destroyed.
So sad.
Yeah, so for those of you who were kind of confused what was going on, basically Harrison Wells is the Reverse Flash, which we all kind of called. He's from the future. He's back to kill Barry. He fails to kill Barry, so he's kind of stuck here now. And he walks in on Cisco, who discovers that it was a projection of the Reverse Flash when they caught him. And Cisco, realizes this, and the second Wells walks in, he's standing up. Cisco realizes he is most likely going to die and starts crying because I think we can all tell that Cisco really looks up to Wells. And
Wells was, his, father figure. And we figured out earlier in this episode that Cisco doesn't really have a family. And so it must have been so painful for him just to see this guy who he saw as his father figure just turn into this monster.
Not to mention, we had a total, I want to call it a Star Wars thing, total Star Wars thing with the whole, oh, yeah, you've been like a son to me, but now I'm going to kill you. But yeah, guys, Cisco, who is basically one of the best characters in the show, is dead. He's gone. So let's just praise the acting in that scene, though.
Yeah.
The crying, broke my heart in half.
I almost cried.
And I'm really anxious to, when Caitlin finds him dead, I just don't want to think about that. I don't want to think about that.
No, wait, but that leads into our next topic, time travel. But since Barry traveled back in time, he's going to stop Cisco from dying, so Caitlin will never ever discover that Cisco was dead. So, whoop whoop. Alright, so I guess I should explain the time travel. Should I?
Yeah, please, because I was watching it and I had no idea what was going on.
So, in the comics, Barry Allen is able to move so fast that he can break the time continuum barrier, and so he's able to punch through, and so he actually ended up in the past. In the comics, the treadmill that's at Star Labs is actually what he uses to run so fast that he shoots back in time. But in this time, he was running back and forth for the beach and the wall of wind. And so, since he was able to break it, then he went back in time. And now that he went back in time, that means he can change time. So, I'm excited to see next week's episode because it's going to be, we're going to be reliving the moments of this past episode.
I'm really confused how they're going to do that, though, to be honest. Because
would there be
in the promo, yeah, that's the thing. But in the promo, Well, it says, oh, I told you not to mess with the time continuum, and Barry's I'm just reliving this thing over again. I have no idea. But, we're going to find out, I think. Mm-hmm. And I'm excited. Oh, also Captain Cold's going to be back. He's going to attack Cisco, which means Cisco might just die anyway, because apparently he's expendable, and they can just kill him, but whatever. I'm not over this. Let's talk about West Allen. Alright, so in this episode, they start off on a date. Iris is with Eddie. Barry is with Linda. And on this date, Eddie and Linda are both screw you guys. You guys like each other. This is ridiculous. So both of them are kind of mad at their counterparts.
For good reasons.
Oh, I agree. No, I know. I actually feel really bad for them.
I do.
So,
especially for Eddie. Especially because, Iris and Eddie were together for, a year. And now, that's just being, ruined. And I just feel so bad for him. I don't know.
Anyway, at the end of this episode, Iris confesses to Barry that she has feelings for him right before they're about to go save her dad, though. If there was ever
horrible
a time
timing.
where you could, tell somebody you like them right before your dad is going to die is maybe the worst
both their dads.
Possible. I was are you kidding? You guys are great. I love you, but what the hell are you doing? And anyway, they kissed. And then Barry's yeah, I gotta do this thing. Sorry you have to find out this way. And just, takes off, leaving her literally no explanation. So basically, he, when he runs back in time, that means that never happened. Just wanted to talk about Iris' character. And this is kind of I doubt any of the people who run the show watch this. Give Iris more depth. Please. Please. Oh my god, I'm begging you. I really like her character. I don't dislike her character, but it's so, she's so lifeless and flat, and I think we need to, you have to build her something. We have great interactions between Joe and Barry and Eddie, and like Eddie and Cisco and Caitlin and Barry and like everybody else, but when like the girls are talking to each other, it's always over, like it was Linda and Iris in this episode, and it was over Barry. And like and Iris never really has those kind of good interactions that don't have to do with her relationship. And we need that. Just saying. Because Caitlin's got some pretty good stuff, and I want to see the two of them meet and just like sit down and just hash it out about how all the men in their life were driving them crazy. But basically, we're finally getting the canon Gus Allen. Which brings us, and when they were kissing, the camera went around in a circle.
Oh, yes.
Which brings us to our next topic.
The annoying camera works! Oh my god! They're so annoying! So when Cisco and Joe were talking in the precinct, the camera kept on going around and around. I shall demonstrate it.
A really deep conversation right now about people and things. And I'm so angry. My brother is doing horribly, and I'm probably going to die in this episode. My name is Cisco Ramirez. And yeah, I'm just a very sad person right now, even though I still act happy.
Alright, I demonstrated it. See how annoying that is? So annoying! Oh my goodness. I just like, okay, enough with this. So annoying. I was fine with it during like the kiss, but like when they were talking in the police station, I was like, stop with the camera. God, stop with the camera.
This brings us to talking about Cisco's friend in the police station, Joe. No, actually, let's talk about Joe. Okay, guys, Joe almost made me cry in this episode, almost. And I felt really bad for him when he's, like, getting beat up in this super violent scene, and, like, his daughter's coming, and he sees, and he knows, like, the guy's gonna kill her, and it's just really sad. Yeah. Anyway, if any of you guys like musicals, he's in Rent, he plays Tom Collins, absolutely phenomenal. Looks like that's all the time we're gonna have for today.
Mm-hmm.
So,
right,
wait, one more thing.
right. Okay, so Quiver has been off air for a little bit, and I want to explain why. I've had some health issues. I have anxiety and then depression, and then I also self-harm. So I was actually at the hospital. And I just want to let anyone who watches this know that if you do suffer with anxiety and depression, don't be afraid to like get help, because getting help is the best thing possible for you. So I just want to say that, and be strong if you have it, and then if you know someone who does self-harm or has anxiety and depression, help them out, okay? Because sometimes we need a little nudge to get help. What I want to say, now then. So,
we love you guys.
The Muffin and the Owl out. Ba-bam!
Want to see more Quiver? Click the box to see all the bloopers and outtakes.